Albert Einstein was a refugee. The first female high-ranking official, the State Secretary, Madeleine Albright, was a refugee. The laureate Nobel winner, the poet Joseph Brodsky from the previous Soviet Union, was a refugee. Maria Makeba, Pata Pata, Malaika, the golden-voiced angel from South Africa, was a refugee. I am a refugee. Ladies and gentlemen, you see the flags, you see the diversity. This is Estonians. This is America. This is what makes this country strong and beautiful. My name is Thomas Tewolde-Tell. I'm from Eritrea. I was a diplomat from 2000 to 2005. Unfortunately, because of the political chaos and the war, I became a refugee. Eritrea, the name derived from the Greek word meaning the Red Sea, as we all might know it. The Red Sea is in the Horn of Africa, in the eastern part of Africa, northern part of Africa. Eritrea is bordered with Egypt and Sudan on the north, on the west with Sudan, south with Ethiopia and Djibouti on the east, on the Red Sea, which is the Saudi Arabia and Yemen. Eritrea, at the time of the scramble of Africa, became the colony of Italy. Since 1941, it was a colony of Italy until the Italians were defeated by the British. And from 1941 to 1950s, Eritrea was under protection and administration of the British. Then it was federated into Ethiopia and became part of Ethiopia, annexed by Ethiopia by the Emperor Haile Selassie, and became the 15th province of Ethiopia. That was the time the war started for independence. The Eritreans, they wanted their independence like the rest of Africans, and the war erupted. And it was the bloodiest and the longest war in the Black modern Africa. In 1991, it was euphoria, happiness, joy, because Eritrea got its independence. But unfortunately, again, the war started with Ethiopia because on an excuse of territories and the border. There were 500,000 Eritrean refugees during the 30-year war. There was a plan of bringing them back during the independence time. But when the war erupted again, the influx of refugees was multiplied. And that's why I'm a refugee too. That was the reason that I became a refugee. Because if there is nothing bad as a war, as there is nothing wrong or bad as in a peace. Ladies and gentlemen, Eritrea, there are a lot of refugees now going from Eritrea to Sudan to Ethiopia, staying in camps. At the camps, it's not easy to cross the border. After you cross the border, in the camps, there are a lot of human traffickers, smugglers who want to take you, ask you for money. They torture you. So there are two routes. Some go to Libya, cross the Sahara Desert, trying to reach into Europe. When they cross the Mediterranean Sea, many boats, which are actually inappropriate boats to carry people, sank, and a lot of Eritreans and of course Africans from Ethiopia, Sudan, have lost their lives in the bottom of the sea. On the other route, there are a lot of people trying to cross from Sudan through Sinai, the desert. And in Sinai, there are the Bedouins. There are actually unbelievable. Mobile clinics where they harvest human kidneys from the refugees. Torture, abuse. And they make them call their friends or their families and ask for tens of thousands of dollars to cross into Israel. I'm the luckiest one. I came to the United States as a refugee with my 2 children and my beautiful wife. But I can't forget all these horrible things that happened to our refugees. When I came to the United States at the Bush airport, my sponsors were the Catholic Charity. I always remembered them as my family members. I had that hospitality, that smile and that hope, because when I left my country, I left everything back. I don't know where I'm going. I fall down. Where am I going? It was like darkness. But the people, I remember the guy who came, who waited me in the airport, his name was Mario. When I told him my story and I told him I love my country, I never want to leave my country, he said, Mr. Thomas, never say never. C'est la vie. You don't know what happens in life. In this one life, I lived 5 lives. Many times I fall down, I stand up, and I work. Who said life is easy? It has never been easy. Hurricanes and storms always blow. At this time, I try to help. I go home, refugee places. I try to give them hope, give them a smile. I tell them at the end of the tunnel, there is light, don't worry. This is a beautiful country. This is a country of refugees and immigrants. This is where we get peace, and this is where we learn and we grow. When I was in love the first time, I remember my girlfriend, she asked me, Thomas, what do you want in life? I said, does she want me to propose for marriage? Then I said, no. I said, I want my freedom to love you, my freedom to walk, and my freedom to live. Freedom is very important. My dad used to tell me a story. When God created a human being, he was happy. And he said, where should I put the soul of this beautiful creature? Then he thought about it and he gathered all the angels, the archangels. And he told them, I created this beautiful creature. Where should I put the soul? I don't know. Would you please give me your thoughts, your opinions? Then some of the angels were saying, on that planet, on that star, or somewhere in your place, one young, small angel sitting at the back raised her hand. And she said, and God said, what do you have to say? Would you please put it deep within their heart where they could not find it? Ladies and gentlemen, Estonians, would we please put refugees deep in our hearts? And thank you so much.